Good morning, adventure.
On adventure with the coolest father, from the oceans to the trees. Your papi wants to show you places you may never get to see. Looking for some greater things, get ready, it's the hour. We're gonna travel around the world today with adventure power. Going around the world with Papi, gonna go round the world with Papi. Going around the world with Papi, gonna go round the world with trimming trees and hanging high, from the east coast to the west side. Going around the world with Papi, gonna go round the world with Papi. Going around the world with Papi, gonna go round the world with Papi. Go round the world with Papi.
Good morning, adventure. Today we're heading out to Staten Island, Clove Park. Let's see how we get
Touch
there.
yellow tape to open doors.
Please exit through the rear door.
We're here in downtown Brooklyn. We just got off the bus, heading to the N train. Take the subway all the way to Manhattan to get on the Staten Island ferry. Let's go! Here on Whitehall Street, we're about to hop on the Staten Island ferry. We might even get a peek of the Statue of Liberty on our way there. Let's go. So on the way to the park, on the bus, Daddy fell asleep. And so Daddy had to run all the way to the park just to make it on time. And we did it. So let's go to the park.
Project. It's a little bit of a weird project. We don't normally do this, but today we're going to be saving this shrub here. So this is Viburnum dentatum. That's the fancy Latin name. The regular name is Southern Arrowwood Viburnum, and it gets its name because the wood was used by the Native Americans to make arrows. So you can also call it arrowwood. That's sort of the common name for it. The Latin name, Viburnum dentatum, comes from the leaf shape. See, it has like little teeth, or little ridges, and that's where it gets the name dentatum. But we have an issue with it. We have this invasive beetle that's made its way here. This is the beetle. It's called Viburnum leaf beetle. So from the name, you guess that it eats viburnum bushes. But yeah, it's very small. It might only be a quarter-inch big. And the best thing we can do is we can go out and we can find these little egg casings. So the egg casings, I don't have a picture of them, but we'll see them soon enough.
She had a question.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Do anything eat these beetles?
Yeah, they do. So the beetles, I think, are eaten by like flycatchers or little songbirds that specialize in eating beetles. But everybody grab a pair of pruners. If we run out of pruners, we have loppers in the truck. poisonous to the touch. The good thing is in the wintertime, the oils aren't really present, so it's pretty unlikely that we get it, but it's still worth noting. A little rhyme we use is hairy rope, don't be a dope. So if you see this and it's got these little tendrils that are reaching out to touch the tree, stay away. So even if you brush up against it, the best thing to do is just to get some Techno soap from the table. Right here, on the underside of the twig, we see the egg casings. So can you guys see those?
Yep, I've seen them.
Yeah, they're like little dots, right? Yeah. And they're usually in a line. And they tend to be at the ends. All right, here we go. So the best thing to do is when you see it, just snip it back like that. So what happens here, right? There are no other eggs on this twig. All right, no, so there's some more there. So you gotta cut them off as well. All right, so now that those eggs aren't there, all these little buds, you guys see these guys? Those are next year's leaves. So those next year's leaves are gonna have a chance to survive.
Well, there's eggs right here. So Daddy's gonna unclip this and snip. Ready? 1, 2, up. There we go. Daddy's learning a lot of things about trees and forestry, all that good stuff. So we learned about poison ivy, sassafras, and I need to look at what I recorded because I already forgot the name of the plant that we're cutting and removing these beetle eggs from. So, in addition to the hairy rope vine, poison ivy can also be found on the floor. That's poison ivy as well. So you gotta be very careful where you step. This is a tree. This is a baby tree. This one right here. It's a butternut honeysuckle. No, butternut hickory. There you go. The butternut hickory tree. This little guy will one day grow into a big tree like one of these. Here's a rose in its very, very early stages. You can see the tiny little roses. Be careful with the thorns. Ow! They're sharp. It's starting to rain here in the park, so we're gonna wrap things up and head back home so we can eat because Daddy is starving.
Hey Ian, how's it going? I'm from New York City. I work for the Parks Department and I host volunteer events. I was working with your father today. He came out, he did like an invasive removal with a beetle and we showed him like some vines and stuff like that. We can't wait for you to come out to New York so we can show you the nature that we have here. Even though I know you got a lot of nature where you're at, but we're gonna show you the nature we have here and yeah, have fun at the event.
So now I'm on the ferry heading back home. The weather got ugly. So during the volunteering at the park, I made a friend.
Hi Ian, nice to meet you.
So it's good to make friends. Bye.